what the valley refused. Everything I carried, everything I used. A one-way road where the salt spray stings. Bound to the ocean knows the path I took.
Welcome back to another episode of Aquatic Outcast, and right now what we're doing, we are starting back at Stone Talon Mountains because we're going back to the Charred Vale because we got a lot more grinding sesh to do over here, killing the three main things: those basilisks, these fire elementals so we can get those smoldering embers, and also those treants as well. So as I mentioned last time, this whole area, the Charred Vale, is a great grinding spot. The only thing you really have to be careful for is making sure you don't pull too many mobs at a time. But there's a good variety of them between the basilisks, the treants right there, the harpies that are usually on the east or west side, and then also the flaming elementals. So if you have a class that's able to just run around, have little downtime between pulling mobs, this is an extremely good area to have a good grind session. So once we finally finished that grind sesh over there, which took quite a while, but it was really good for us for getting some experience as we're getting close to level 30 over here. So we go turn in all of the quests over at Gadgetzan in the middle of Stone Talon Mountains, and then we head over back to the Druid place to get our free port over there, because what we're going to do next is we're going to head to Astronar, because there's another round of quest hubs over there that we weren't able to do before. So once we get back to Astronar, then we go on up to kind of like the mid-north place to start a next couple of quests that we have from this dude right here. So the next part, we have to go kill the treants over here, and what you have to do is you're looking for a key. As you can see in my inventory, I just got right there from those guys, and then you just go over there, unlock this, get some rod or something like that, or it's a shaft, and then head back over to the Moonwell to turn it in to this dude again, and he gives you the follow-up quest for Rain's Cleansing. So for this next area, we go to the Fallen Sky Lake. We can see a hunter already killing a dude in the middle. That's what we need. So we go ahead and just start tuning up the guys all around, waiting for that respawn to happen. There I go and buff the hunter. He didn't even say thank you, so I put him on my petty list. So if I ever see him again, he's not getting a buff for me. So we just go around, keep tuning these guys up over here. And these guys aren't slapping as hard as usual. And there's the main guy right there. We go tune him up real fast. What he gives is this Moonstone Oracle gem that you have to go back and turn in to complete the quest line for it. And since they were down in the water over there, I can loot and keep everything from them. No, I wish I got a blue, but of course I didn't, or even a green. But we can keep all of those for it. And then this one over here, you gotta go kill these slimes. They're really low level for one of the quest items you need over here. So unfortunately, they really don't give me much experience just because they're so low level for me. But I get what I need here pretty fast. Yeah, there it is, the iron pummel. And we are good to go from that area. And next we head on over to Forest Song because it starts off another quest hub over here. Now it is a little bit high level for us right now, so we're just getting set up for here later in the future. So we head back over to Astronar, save this girl's life again. I think it's for the last time. I think she finally wakes up. So apparently Druids like to sleep between her and that sleeper has awakened dude. Head back up to this guy for Daryl's Rod, turn that one in and get ready for the next set of quests. Now what I'm doing here is, since these guys are in the water, and one of the rules is if I kill them while I'm in the water, then I can keep whatever I loot from them. So again, just another little grind sesh over here, trying to get a little money, because I don't even have 2 gold at this point, and when I hit ding 30, I'm going to need some gold to level up some of my skills. So we are sitting kind of low right now. Now, for this next part, we go over to the Barrens again, and what we're going to do for this is up on the mountain over here, there's this mage dude, and he's got a bunch of really low-level guys. They're like level 12 or something like that, so you just knock them down, no problem over here. I guess if you're low-level, it'd be kind of a little bit tougher because they are pretty close together over here. And then we get up to the main mage dude up here. He does summon some people, but luckily, since we're, I don't know, probably like 15 levels higher than these guys and about 8 to 10 levels higher than the main guy over here. We just slap them around and we just delete them really easily. So even if you pull 2 or 3 guys over here, it's not even a big deal at all. They're hardly even doing anything to me because I'm so over level to them. So there he is. He tries to summon some people real quick. We stop that real fast and then kill him. Now I saw this little pond up here, this little mud puddle, so I had the genius idea again, thinking that, well, maybe there's some super secret item that can only be fished up from this area right here, which would have been really cool, but after about 5 or 6 casts I get tired of it, so I give up on it. But I guess just thinking like maybe there's some super secret area, but I don't think there is with any part of it. So back in Astronar, we go over to the little fishing house, whatever that place is, where all the water elementals, turn that one in. Then we go all the way across continents over to Stormwind, because right when we turn that from Marion in, we hit level 30. So there we go. We reached that milestone right there. So now we need to go train, and as you can see, I have way too many skills that haven't been leveled up yet, but since I'm just pretty much primarily using the tank form of Druid, those are the only ones I'm focused on right now. I would like to use the cat form with it, but just the problem with the cat is it just doesn't have a lot of armor, and since I pretty much have grays and only a couple of greens right now, it just really isn't worth trying to kill mobs a little bit faster with the problem of not being as tanky as possible. Now from there, we head down south, down to good old Booty Bay. And what we're doing here is basically just getting some retrieval quests, because we're going to be an errand boy having to run around through different continents. Plus, we need to go over to Teneris and Thousand Needles, so there's a couple of quests that coincide nicely with those. So once we get all those set up, we hop on the boat going over to Ratchet over here. And now we're going to make the trek over down to 1,000 Needles. And when you're Alliance, you have to get to the Great Lift over here. And this can be a pain in the butt, but fortunately, since we're Druid, all we have to do when we get to the guards is just straight stealth past them. So when I do this on another character, I'm going to do it on a warrior next. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. From what I understand, you just have to go as soon as you see the lifts come and the guard stops attacking you once you get up there, once you get on them. Now over here, there's a little log book over here that you get, and it starts another quest chain over here. And since we're going to the flight path over between here and Feralis, there it is right there, we go turn that in, collect the flight path, because we will need it later as we are moving forward. So then from there we head on down to the track, go to the Mirage Raceway where the good old quest hub of 1,000 Needles is, turn in some of our errand boy quests, get some of the new ones right here. And then a real nice person came up to us and told us to be careful. This guy right here, nice little orc for us. Thank you, sir, because we are too low level. We're level 30, and you probably need to be at least level 33 to be really safe, 34 to be even safer. Head down to Gadgetzan over here. We're going to collect the flight path, and then I also had the genius idea of heading over to the water over here. Now here's the graveyard right here, and there's a quest here. We get into I believe it's around the 50s, where it requires you to drink this potion which kills you, so you can go into the other world, so you can see, you just complete the quest. But the problem with it is, now I'm not sure if this server has it or not, if you do drink it, it does kill you. So when it does that, it kills your character and you're done. And I have seen that happen to people before, but I think maybe this server they change it to where it doesn't kill you, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, just don't drink the Kool-Aid is what I'm saying for that quest. Now what I was hoping to see was some of the wreckages over here, and all I did was see some of the pools. I think there's like firefin snappers or something like that. So unfortunately this was kind of a waste of time, because there was no reason to just fish those up. But I was hoping for some wreckages, unfortunately not. So we make the trek back over to Gadgetzan. Again, this probably wasn't the smartest idea, but fortunately, since I have my travel form, I can outrun any of the enemies, and they're not really close to the road over here, so it wasn't a big deal. But they're all question marks to me, so they're at least 10 levels higher. So if I do aggro one of them, they are able to get hit off on me. I'm probably going to die here pretty quick. Now we head back over to the best wood in all of World of Warcraft, that is Duskwood, because we have some more quests over here now that we're a little bit higher leveled that we can go ahead and do. The main one is these Worgans over here. There's about 3 or 4 different these quests you have to do. This is the first one for it, so you just got to kill a bunch of the Shatter Weavers. This is another great grinding spot, especially if you have skinning for it, since you can skin these guys up. So you just have to kill 5 or 6 of them, and then you are set and done out of here. Sometimes there are some treasure chests out here, but the problem is with them is they're usually encompassed by a group of these Worgens over here, and they can hit a little bit hard, but since I'm a little bit over leveled for it, I'm level 30, I think most of these guys are around 27. It's not a big deal. So we go tune all these guys up and get what we need from it. Now we go down kind of like to the middle south part of Duskwood, and I forgot these ogres were down here. If I remembered it, I probably would have gone down here earlier just because they're a little bit lower leveled. And one thing is you have to go get that moonstone or watch glass or something like that to complete the Look to the Stars quest line. So we go and do that. And typically caves are the death knell for hardcore characters. But again, since we're a little bit over leveled, but not too much, only a level or two from it. So we just have to be careful, because if I remember correctly, inside this cave over here, the guys aren't too close together for it. Now there is another cave where they are more close together for it, but this one they aren't. And look at us, we do discover a treasure chest right there, but unfortunately the bad luck has continued with us. Where the last chest we got that ring, which was awesome, but unfortunately nothing there that's any good for us. So all we're doing right now is just making sure we pull these guys safely to it. And once we get past, I believe, this dude over here, there's one more guy who's I guess the main boss or so. Oh no, that's the guy right there. So we get that monocle and we get the heck out of there, and now we are heading over to the next area. So we go far south in Duskwood, the path out of there, and we get over to Stranglethorn Vale, to the rebel camp over here, turning in just some of the quests we have, getting some of the new ones just in case we can complete them. But we're a little bit underleveled right here. We could do maybe the first kind of Panther Mastery or Tiger Mastery quest, I believe. And so that's what we're looking for right now. So we're going to go down over here where good old Hemingway is, one of the most classic quest in all of World of Warcraft, where you have to get a bunch of those Stranglethorn Vale pages, which do nothing but clutter up your bag space. And I actually saw an interesting interview with the dev who came up with this, and this is exactly the way they designed this area like this, because they wanted it to be where both Horde and Alliance had to congregate. So if you're on a PvP server, this is an extremely highly active area where there's a lot of fighting going on for it. So all you have to do over here is turn in the quest, and then eventually you get to the one where you can start collecting all the pages for it, where they'll start dropping from you. But as the dev said, it ended up being one of the quests people hated the most, just because we only have so much bag space that we need, and it fills it up real fast with all the pages. And there's a couple pages that are a lot lower level or a lot harder drops to get than the other ones. So yeah, it's great to do, but if you're just sitting out there farming all things, and since one of the achievements I have is I can't trade with anyone, doing that quest is probably going to take a lot of time, but we'll see about it as well. So we do the Crocodile Mastery one right there, and now we have the Panther Mastery, and I'm going ahead and going ahead and doing this just because I'm right at the level where we can do it. So it's not a big deal at all. Just tune all the lower level Panthers up right here, and we will soon be done with this one. Now we get done tuning up the Tigers, tuning up the Panthers. We go and turn those in, and now for the time being, we are going to be done with Stranglethorn Vale. So back in Duskwood, we go to where all of the ghouls are and the skeleton raiders, and so there's like 15 of those, and like 10 of these guys you got to kill. For the most part, they're pretty easy. They do slap a little bit hard, so there's a lot more healing you have to do for it. The main thing you have to do right over here is Mor'Ladim pats around all in this area in a big circle over here, so you have to keep your head on a swivel. There, I did see him chasing one other person on here, which is pretty funny, but that person had a speed potion. And this is where, coming up here pretty soon, I get myself in a nice little pickle, because as you can see over there, there's a crypt right there, and you have to go down over there to get some of the guys to finish off the quest real fast. And so I probably should have been a little bit higher level. You can see Mor'Ladim coming over there. Yeah, there he is, patting around over there. So we just got out there as fast as possible. There he is. He's level 35 plus. So if he locks onto you, I'll be dead very quickly. So we just wait for him to pass right there. Now this is a part where I get myself some big time trouble right here. So I'm getting these skeleton warders, and then this guy comes patting around, which I've never seen before, which is rare. So he's even more powerful than normal guys, and I start getting extremely low. I think this could be it for ye old Po Body Nerfect. But I do get fortunate. I pop my potion, pop a healing on me, able to get the rare down, able to get that guy down, and then we are out of here. That was a mistake coming down here. Just about ended the Aquatic Outcast series right there, but fortunately we just had enough life to get us out of there. And if I was in the cat form, I would have been dead for sure, because I don't think I could have DPS'd either of those guys down fast enough. So after that, we're just stealthing around. I think we need one more guy to kill over here to finish off this quest, but we're making double, triple, quadruple checking sure that there isn't anyone else patting around getting ready to pull us, because we still have the cooldown left on our health potion, so we definitely don't want to pull anything else without having all avenues available to help us survive. But we get this guy over here, get him down pretty quickly, and then we're out of this area. That's why these confined spaces, such as like the crypts or caves or something like that, are just so dangerous and hardcore, because if I was a warrior, I'd be dead right there. There's no way I would have survived that. But fortunately, being a druid, you have some healing spells you're able to pop off right there, and we live to fight another day. So after that, we go over to good old Sven, turn that quest in, then we hearth back to the innkeep, back at Duskwood over there, sell some of the stuff that we got along the way. Now, over in Stormwind, this kicks off a really long quest line called The Missing Diplomat. Yeah, it takes a lot of moving in and out of Stormwind and some other areas for it. Then eventually you have to fight this dude over in the alleyways of Stormwind, and he gets 3 other dudes to come out and try to kill you, but we haven't gotten there yet. That's a couple of quests past this one. So back at Booty Bay, this is part of being the errand boy. First off, we're just turning some of the things in right there, and then we are good to go out of there, because like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these for the level we are right now is just getting the next quest lines set up for when we get higher levels, they're ready to go. So for this episode of Aquatic Outcast, this is going to end it right here. In the next one, we start out over on Ratchet. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
The shoreline's cold, the tide is gray. I tossed the steel and walked away. No firelight, no hall to claim, just the lantern's ghost and a ghost of a name. Mud is thick on the golden plates, heavy the price of the sea's dark gates. Oh, the water takes what the valley refused. Everything I carried, everything I used. A one-way road where the salt spray stings. Bound to the ocean knows the path I took. The fish don't ask for a hero's plea, they only offer what's under the sea. Sliver of a moon in a pitch black sky, watching the world and the years go by. No path back to the forest floor, the tide has washed out the very last door. I stood on the mountain, I sat at the feast, but the heart in my chest belonged to the beast. Now the sea is my mother, the reef is my bed. Let the words of the valley stay forever unsaid. Oh, the water takes what the valley refused. Everything I carried, everything I used. A one-way road where the salt spray stings. Bound to the line and the weight of things. Only the ocean knows the path I took. Just the ocean. Just the water.